fitting in. We all want to fit in, don't we? We want to be accepted. We want to be part of the clan, part of the group. We don't want to be ostracized. We don't want to be shut out. We don't want people to pick on us. We quite frequently think that if we looked like this, dressed like that, act like these, and then we could be just like every other zombie on the planet. If we followed these celebrities, if we did this, if we did that, we could be another one of the zombies on the planet. So, is that really what you want? Because I know for a fact that a lot of these zombies, they're in therapy. They're on medications. They hate their jobs. Not particularly happy with this or that. They're constantly trying to buy something else to give them a fleeting moment of joy, only to get home and realize it was a waste of money and it didn't fulfill them and it didn't make them happy, and they're disappointed. So then they try to get the next new thing and the next new thing. And then they're just working to buy something that they discard because it's not what they wanted. So becoming a zombie, oh, you know, it's a really good movie. Thank you, John Batiste. A Soul. And it has the lost souls. People that are just doing what they're supposed to be doing because they're supposed to be doing it. And there's no spark. They're not happy. They're just existing for the sake of existing. And when you find that where your life is, even if it's not what other people want, if it's what fulfills you, then that's good for you. In the movie Soul, he was a musician and his passion was music. I like to build stuff and put stuff together and make stuff. It took me, though, lots of years of trial and error. Coming out of extreme poverty, I did not have the opportunity to go test this and try that, or taste these foods, or wear those clothes, or it wasn't that available. So I thought when I was younger that if I made more money, or if I had more money, I could do all of these things and then I could be happy. Because you look at people from the outside and you think, oh, look at them. And especially right in commercials, they're always smiling. Oh, now that they have this. But people buy new cars so they can be happy, only to turn around and want a different car. So I had to try things and try things and try things. And to be perfectly honest, the best thing was journaling. So as I experimented with things that made me happy and things that made me miserable, although sometimes you have to try it before you know it makes you miserable, I would write everything down. And I started tracking what's making me smile, what's making me laugh, what is it that I feel fulfilled with, whether or not other people like it or not. And in doing that, I wasn't like everybody else. But you know what? It gives me peace and it gives me joy and it makes me happy. So in doing these videos and working on these sites, I knew that I was going to need some me time and camping. If I'm going to be enjoying me and breathing clearly and sleeping well, although I guess I do sleep pretty good nowadays anyways, camping is a really good way for me to calm down. Some people want rich, fancy hotels and hot tubs and all of the luxuries and to be waited on and breakfast in bed. But I'll tell you what, a campfire and watching the sunset, that's it for me. I'm good. So that's not normal. That's not zombie land. But that brings me joy. So I don't need all of that blending in. But there are lots, hundreds, thousands of people that love to go camping too. You can be different. I like to color. When I get stressed out, anxious, my head is full, color. I like to make my own Christmas cards. And that making homemade Christmas cards is relaxing for me. I feel like I'm being productive and I'm being a little artsy. So it's a win-win-win. I don't need to go buy fancy cards like everybody else. When I found who I was and what I enjoyed, that's when I stopped being suicidal. That's when I started feeling peace. It's not because I conformed and did what everybody else does. It's because I got to know me and what I want and what I like and my interests. And people make fun of me for a lot of stuff. They really do. That's my thing. So, standing up for yourself, that, you know what, maybe you don't like that, but I do. I don't like that even though you do. And having that acceptance of boundaries. That's your thing, this is mine. And that's okay. It's a little harder in a romantic relationship, but in the land of people, just because everybody else is doing something, it's not going to make you happy. And a lot of them are friggin' miserable. The mental health industry is $1 billion industry. Self-help books. How do you do this? How do you do that? How do you overcome anxiety? How do you overcome depression? How do you overcome, maybe stop being a zombie? Maybe start looking at a different line of work if you hate your job. If you have to take a drink every single night, if you are waiting for your job to be finished so you can start drinking, or you can start smoking weed, or you can have, maybe you should think about a different job. People spend so much time trying to blend in or be accepted, and then they're in therapy. Let's start living our lives who we are and finding our purpose and our happy and our joy. Maybe we won't fit in. I don't think that's a bad thing.